back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boise State Esports Arena. I'm your host, Bryce Jensen, joined by Danner Hill once again to bring you guys yet another thrilling game of Rocket League. This time, the Broncos will be facing off against the Rams, Colorado State in the Mountain West. Now, we haven't seen a whole lot out of the Rams, but they are currently 2-2 for the season, with their only losses being to San Jose State and San Diego State, two of the strongest teams in the conference, along with Boise State. How do you foresee this match going for the Broncos?
I see this going fairly well. I mean, the Boise State Broncos being one of the undefeated teams in the Mountain West, they're continuing their streak of being one of the top teams in this conference. And I think for Colorado State tonight, that can be something that they can look forward to, maybe denying and maybe kind of getting off that.
Yeah, their current wins are up against New Mexico and Utah State, two good teams in their own right, and their only losses are to San Jose State and San Diego State, two teams that have proven themselves time and time again to be great teams. I mean, just yesterday, San Diego State ended up taking the CECC championship for the West, and we got to see a lot of their play yesterday. And both of these teams are great teams, and they don't necessarily mean that the Rams are out of it, but it'll be interesting to see how they go up against the Broncos. But if they want to win, they got to follow Doc's keys to the game.
Always.
And in Rocket League, bump opponents to disrupt. Double commits are the power of friendship, but don't do them too much. Understand rotations and get the moral victory. All of this, of course, brought to you by Blue Ribbon Painting. For 90 years, these guys have been your go-tos for painting. They are proud to be Boise's local multi-generational team of painters who know exactly how to level up your home. For more information, visit blueribbonpainting.net. But with that, let's jump in to this game of Rocket League. Mountain West, Boise State versus Colorado State, Broncos versus Rams. Let's get into it.
Shall we? This is going to be another Mountain West thriller like we're used to seeing around here. We're going to go straight into game one. Shot out by Durtho!
He is not waiting even a second. He's not even going to wait for the intro to be done before he scores the goal.
That's pretty reminiscent. I feel like in the last game here in the Boise State Esports Arena against Nebraska earlier in the PEC, we saw a 5-second goal out of Durtho just right off the kickoff. So he's going to be continuing that here in the Mountain West. And right off the kickoff, we're going to continue that. Boise State kind of thrown onto the defensive end here. Gill just playing a close ball. Preston taking that one up to the sidewall. Got to play it around Halo, and he does so gracefully.
You can say Durtho's a lot of things, but one thing that he for sure is consistent, and he's been showing that all night tonight in the last game, and it's certainly in this one too, managing to sneak it past, but Sear is going to be able to stop it right before it gets through. Preston trying to get over Ithril, not quite going to make it there as it gets pushed over to the Broncos side of the field. Halo going to fight for it, but Gill is able to tip it up with some help from Preston. Sear still keeping it on the offense. Halo running out of boost, and the ball is back on the Rams side of the field.
It is, and it's shown on target by Durtho. It's going to be the one to go in. You can see Preston leading the charge here. Takes that initial touch, realizes he's low on boost, forces Erythral up, and just forces him into an awkward position. Durtho slamming that one to the left side of the net. Boise State are going to go up 2-0 with we haven't even crossed a minute.
Yeah, we haven't even crossed a minute, and Boise State has already taken control of this game. They are on target to score 10 points this round. However, I don't think that Colorado State is too keen on letting that happen, as Halo is going to take it out of the goal, moving towards the Boise State side of the field, passing it over to Sear, going to be intercepted by Gill and Preston. Like we're talking about with Doc's keys, that bumping is really crimping their style, as Durtho's going to shoot again, but Ithril is going to stop it.
He's going to be able to stop that one and actually steal the mid-boost away from Durtho. Preston now from the backboard, playing it low, leaving it for a teammate. He's not going to use his flip to keep it going, but he's going to stay on the ball regardless, playing it around the Erythral. Durtho following this one through the mid, grabbing that mid-boost and trying to keep Boise State going here, but it's kind of lurking in the midfield.
Yeah, Halo tried to go up for it, wasn't quite able to get control, ran out of boosts before it could happen, but Ithril's going to miss it. Luckily, his teammates are there to back him up as they push it on over. Gill is going to be the one to take the ball over with a full tank of boost. He's pushing it right over to Preston, shooting on the goal, but Halo, like the savior he is, like his name suggests, swoops in and is able to save another goal from being scored as Durtho is taking the ball right back over to the goal line.
Right back over to the goal line, where Preston pops it up for Gill. Quick shot out, rebounded by Preston, and it's going to go in. Boise State gain a 3-0 lead.
It looked for a second there like Gill was going to be the one to grab that, or it looked like Gill was going to be the one to grab that, but Preston was going to take full opportunity, just push it right in. I mean, that's where the double commit works. The power of friendship never counted out.
Never counted out at all. We're going to continue through this one. Durtho lurking in the corner. Be able to carry this one out. Getting around 1 before it gets 50'd into the midfield. Preston playing for the low 50, leaving it to Gil on the defensive end. Great save out of him. Keeps that out of harm's way, and a Erythral up to the ceiling. Getting one flip onto it, but that's about all he can do. Preston looking for a double here, not connecting. Leaving it for Durtho into the midfield.
Yeah, Durtho does get it to the midfield. Halo, though, is going to be the one to grab it instead. Preston shooting it towards the goal. Saved by Durtho. Not going to get a shot today. Seer looking to push it right back. But Gil, he's going to be right there just waiting for his time. But Erythral is going to put it over to Seer, and he's going to put it in.
That's a great bump, actually, on the offensive end of Colorado State here. Erythral getting that beat there, and Seer, you can see him. They locked him down. Halo getting the bump onto Preston, making sure he couldn't reach back for the save. Going to send that one home and going to cut the lead to now 2 goals with a little over 2 minutes remaining.
Everyone's following Doc's keys to the game. I mean, it proves why they are the keys. Durtho does get the demo on Erythral, and almost a goal. Halo once again. Man, he's playing like a guardian angel. He has earned that crown.
He sure has. His accolades being all saves here in this game. Maybe a pass out from Preston to a teammate. It's going to be mid for Durtho. Shot high, looking for the double tap, and maybe a triple. It's going to get away from him.
Oh,
But Gil with the follow-up shot is going to be saved out by Halo once again, getting that savior medal. Bump out to Halo. Preston sidewall looking for Durtho. Maybe even just a double out of himself. He's going to hit it, and it's going to keep it for Boise State, looking for another goal.
Ooh, Seer, though, is going to be the one to grab it instead. Nothing's really going to be done with that ball as Durtho is battling for it. Halo going to push it away. Unfortunately, it's right to Preston. Trying to keep it away. Not going to get it out of the Broncos' possession as Gil is going to be the one to take up this ball. This time Durtho comes out of nowhere at the shot. Halo going to be saving it once again, but Preston still keeping the advantage as Halo continually gets below him. Gil is going to stop the advance as Durtho takes the ball up once again, but Preston is a little bit too overzealous, and Gil's going to be demoed. Seer taking the ball right back over to the offense as we hit the 1 minute mark.
1 minute mark. Boise State still up by 2, looking to go up even further. Quick little double tap out of Preston is going to send that one down to the Colorado State half. Now Preston making another catch onto the defensive end, leaving it for Gil. He was in a little bit of an awkward situation. Now, flipper set. Playing it low, trying to get a pass out to Seer. He said he's going to do it all by himself.
Just sneak it in. Just put a little spin on it, get it right in the pocket. Man, you think he's playing pool with how he's positioning this thing. Just pushing it right past the defense. And you know what? That's all you really have to do. Already up at 4-1. They're with a 3-goal lead. It's going to be really hard for Colorado State to come back from this.
It sure is. And now Durtho from the corner, trying to get it down to someone. Instead, it's going to be Gil receiving it into the midfield. Halo missing his touch into the air. Durtho reading that from the ceiling. He's going to keep Boise State going here, keep them going and just wasting time here. But Gil sending a shot up high is going to be saved out. Now Boise State just have to play this last 20 seconds, and this game 1 is all theirs.
I would like to point out the demos, too, that have really been helping the Broncos in their advances. I mean, look at Durtho, 4 demos in a five demos in a single game. I mean, he got demoed on his own, but I think that's just a little bit of karmic retribution at this point as we tick down to the final 5 seconds. Boise State is going to take this round by 3, sitting up at 4-1. I will say we saw a little bit more life out of the Rams towards the back half of that game with that shot on goal, but for the most part, Boise State had a complete iron grip on this round.
And this is kind of what we see out of Boise State in the Mountain West. It's just this dominant play style over and over again.
Yeah, but we would also like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Dairy West. Today's stream is brought to you in part by local dairy farmers and the dairy protein they produce. Thanks to them, Boise State Esports has access to next level fueling options that keep our players playing at their peak. Unbottled, dairy protein that powers your performance. Visit unbottled.com for more information. Also, we would like to give you a reminder that Boise State now has a line of exclusive esports trading cards that we recently partnered with a company named Onnit. They do all of the other Bronco athletic sports cards, and we were lucky enough to be the first esports team in the entire United States to have their own trading card company. And you guys have a chance to get some of your own. We have a featured Super Smash Bros. Game this week on Thursday, where if you come in, you can get a free pack, and maybe just get your favorite team member. And we even have some signed cards still in there. So
there are some really
cool
good cards
cards
pull out of there.
I actually have a signed Rocket League card myself. It's pretty cool.
I want to open some packs.
Yeah, we got to get you some packs. You got to come on Thursday. you can get packs.
I do have to come on Thursday. I'll see if my schedule's open. I'm sure I can make some time, but regardless here, we do have to make time for Game 2 of this Mountain West matchup. Sear is going to be able to start it off quick to the ceiling. Durtho reading it perfectly, letting that one float all the way to the middle. Flipper set in his arsenal is going to be saved out by Halo, not quite reaching the end. Preston now lurking in the midfield, just waiting for that touch. He's going to actually leave it for Gil, who has the better touch here, getting a pinch out to the corner, leaving it to start Boise State's offense once again.
Yeah, Durtho once again taking the ball. Gil on a full tank of boost, going to pop it right over Sear. Ithral's going to try and get in, but Sear is going to be in the goal line just at the perfect spot to deny it. Preston going to meet up at the ball, stop its momentum, going to tip Halo off, not really let him go through, but Ithral's sitting right there. Durtho, though, with the shot back on goal, not quite where it needs to be, but ball is very still firmly in Bronco control.
Absolutely. Double tap out of Preston, not going to land. Sear just sending it downfield all the way to the hands of Durtho, to the backboard, just letting it be read by everyone. No one able to quite put a shot on net. Ithril able to get it mid towards Halo, but not going to be able to read. Preston already up for this one. Redirects, not quite on target. This one's going to bounce out, and a demo to Preston will result in the end of the play.
Yeah, that's going to lead to Sear and Ithril trying to take it up that right side, but it's not going to find much as it's a little bit too far to the right. Sear is going to stop the ball in its tracks on the midfield, but Gil and Durtho both going to go for it, and Durtho going to set the standard. Boise State taking the first goal and the lead.
Great pass here. Great recognition out of Gil to challenge that ball. They could see that they were awkward, so they get it out, pass it to Durtho, and secure the first goal for Boise State. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left of the game, and Boise State are in the lead.
Yeah, a little bit less momentum that was brought up in the first game. We can see a little bit better defense being played on the side of Colorado. However, they still have not been able to get the offense to the spot where they'd want it, trying to go through, but the triple commit is going to lead Halo into a goal. I need to stop talking because Colorado has figured it out. They found the secret sauce. They found the combination to the safe, and they scored the goal, tying things up.
It's only a triple commit that can lead to a goal, and just like that, Boise State are going to let one up going into this next kickoff. Boise State are going to win it, leaves it for Halo in the corner with a full take of boost, trying to beat him out, trying to get him out of the way.
Oh,
Gil, just being the bigger man in the situation, is going to put Boise State back in the lead.
You know what? Sometimes all you need is a big man with a plan, and that's Gil for you, just running right up, throwing that ball straight in the net. You don't need a whole strategy. You don't need to pass it to 3 people. Just ball in net. That's all you need to do.
As we get onto the next kickoff here, in pretty quick fashion from the first goal, now 3 on the game. Preston able to make a couple of 50s into the corner. Durtho with a full take of boost, able to take it up. Dribble, activated, on target. Preston just trying to steal that goal. Instead, it's still going to be Durtho on the double tap.
Man. You know, who put helium in his car? Because holy cow, he floated that thing straight on over to the goal, right from one side to the other. And man, that looked like a balloon. It looked like one of those keep-up games with a balloon. It's just, don't let it touch the ground. And he didn't.
Nope, doesn't let it hit the ground. Instead, he's going to let it hit the back of the net, putting the Broncos up 3-1 here in this game. They're trying to keep up this streak. They want to make sure they can stay undefeated in the Mountain West, but right now, Colorado State, they're going to try to say something else about that.
Yeah, Durtho going up to intercept the ball. Preston was able to knock it off course, just not quite in the direction that he'd like it to be. Him and Preston both looking to push it up as Gil is retreating backwards. Still has a full tank boost to work with. Sear looking to do something, but Gil, like I was talking about, perfect spot. He knows where he needs to be. Durtho taking the ball up, and that's an open net. Durtho could very easily get this one off the top with a pinch. It's not going to go the way he wants, and Halo is going to take this ball back as Gil will be the one to finish off with the ball.
He sure will. Now, under half the game left to go. Closing in on 2 minutes. Preston keeping that one out of the corner. Follow-up touch is going to be beat out. Halo, the last man there, able to send it to the corner, but Preston grabbing a full tick of boost is going to leave it for Durtho. Quick shot is going to be in, and a hat trick once again for Durtho.
Just pushing it right into the goal line. That's all you need. Durtho pushing it right on through, letting it ride. Boise State goes up to 4. Colorado needs to get something done. They have 1 point on the board. They need 3 more in 2 minutes.
3 more, 2 minutes. This is a very reminiscent spot that they saw in Game 1. Try not to repeat this. They're going to try to get something going here. They saw what they needed to do last time. It was a triple commit that got them going, but Durtho with the demo onto the close angle is going to leave it for Gil. Not quite going in, and now Preston should be able to recover this and grab a mid boost.
All of the boost. He's hungry. He's hungry for boost. He's going to take them all, starving out Colorado, not quite able to get onto that offense as quick as they would like. Preston conserving the boost. He sees that Eithril took the 100 and was thinking that maybe I should wait for him to burn it all. Seer and Halo both taking it up, but Preston's going to knock it away. Durtho looking to knock it back, but Gil in the goal is going to prevent Colorado from gaining any momentum.
Eithril keeping it with this one before Preston beats him out in the midfield. Now into Durtho's hands. This is actually going to be shot on by Halo. Gil with a great save, and now Preston just chasing for this one. Having a corner boost and keeping it close. Durtho banging it long for Preston, but gets bumped out of the way. Nothing can come out of it. Quick shot out of Gil is just a bit wide. Now Preston just keeping it up. Popping it up for Durtho, actually, to the backboard. Looking for the double tap. It is going to be close, and a follow-up by Preston. Send it high. Gil looking for the double. Not going to happen, and Boise State they're just going to keep up this offense. They have under a minute left to keep up this lead.
Yeah, and with how much Boise State has been playing on the offensive side, they really have the chokehold on this game so far. Durtho trying to take it over is going to be stopped by Halo. Seer trying to get it over. He's going to put it right for the net. Very lucky that the Broncos weren't quite in the spot to really capitalize on that mistake, as Preston pushing it back over to his own goal, trying to push it back that way. Preston looking to take the ball over. Halo gets it through, but Durtho is going to be there to intercept, but he's out of boost.
He is, but I don't think it's going to matter. Now closing in on 10 seconds left of this game. Colorado State needing 3 goals to tie and at least go to overtime. But as it ticks down, 5, 4, 3, down to the last seconds, that is going to be another Boise State win here in the Mountain West. That is going to be a 2-0 lead going into match point.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at the overall stats, a lot more even on both sides. Colorado had a lot more touches on the ball. However, Boise State made a lot better use out of their time with ball control. I mean, we saw it the entire time. Almost every possession they had, it resulted in a goal where Colorado was not quite able to get their foothold. We would also like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors at ICCU. Thanks to ICCU for their continued support of Boise State esports. Thanks to them, Boise State esports has won multiple national titles and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com for more information. We would also like to thank Boise State Extended Studies. Get your degree on a schedule that works for you. Boise State Extended Studies offers a variety of fully online courses and degrees to help you get your degree on your schedule. Visit boisestate.com/extended studies for more information.
Just like that, we're on to match point here in this Mountain West game. Boise State versus Colorado State. Game 3, Broncos looking pretty dominant.
They're looking pretty good. I mean, they really haven't shown any cracks in the armor. I mean, a few triple commits here and there. A little bit of the silly sauce has been mixed in, but overall, the dish is nearing perfection. We're on the smoker. We're hitting that. We're almost to that perfect temperature. We're so close. They just need to keep the heat high.
And about 5 minutes left on the timer is about all that they need to do until that meal is completely ready. Now Gil with an initial 50 double commit out of Preston. It's not going to matter if they double commit or not. It's still going to go in for a goal.
And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your unbottled play of the game, brought to you in part by local dairy farmers and their families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com for more information.
Just like that, once again, 10 seconds in, Boise State are going to take that lead. A quick beat out here by Durtho, able to grab that mid boost, keeping it out of Eithril's hands, but he's going to stay on him like a hawk, making sure he can't do anything else with that ball.
Yeah, Preston is going to be the one to grab the ball this time, push it right over. Seer and Eithrio both going to go for it and actually going to juke out a lot of the Boise State offense. Gil is going to miss it, but Durtho is there to back him up. The double commit from Preston is not going to quite go his way as Durtho goes up as well. Halo is going to knock it back, and Boise State is fairly hungry. They need some dairy protein to get their boost back up. But the demo onto Preston is going to set back the offense, or it gets not. Durtho finds an open net. It's Seer. Oh, man, it wouldn't have gone in anyway, but Seer was still there to get back to it. Gil, trying to go for it as well, is actually able to push it away from Seer, but still staying on that midline.
This one being sent out by Preston, keeping it close. Into the midfield, looking for Durtho. Low boost in his tank. Not able to do much before Gil keeps it going for Boise State. Another touch into the midfield. Preston not able to read. Going to leave it for Durtho, who's the last man back here, but with plenty of boost, able to take it out. And you can just see the control out of a high-level player like Durtho. 4% onto the play. Saved out by Halo, but Boise State, they're going to keep on the offense. That one actually getting by Preston, but should still be safe.
Yeah, should be safe, especially with Gil on the case. Adurtho and Preston both for the double commit. Stop any momentum, but Halo with the shot.
Oh, what a save.
The Angel is not quite able to get the shot on there. Sear with the shot as well, but stopped by Adurtho. Him and Gil on a full tank of boost. Going to knock up Halo, but the ball is still in the air. Preston with the shot onto goal. It's going to be stopped by Eithrill at the back. No one from the Broncos is quite there yet. No one really has much boost to work with, but Eithrill is actually going to be starved. He's going to have to find some scraps, some morsels in order to get something done, but Preston is going to be demoed by him anyway as Gil continues the to press the advantage.
This one being sent up by Eithrill. Preston already up into the ceiling. One touch, flip reset, looking for the double, not going to land. Halo trying to get that one out. Instead, it's going to be an off touch by Sear. Sent back to the backboard by Adurtho. It's going to be close-knit for Gil. Preston able to follow up out of the corner. Maybe getting a pass down to Gil. It's going to be wide. But with half the game gone, Boise State still with a 1-goal lead. Not quite what we've seen in the past two, but still good on them. This one being sent all the way back to Preston's hands. This is still looking really dominant for Boise State.
It's why you keep that guy on the back line. It allows you to keep your offensive pressure high as Preston's going to bring it over. It's going to get right past Halo. Going to be knocked off course, though, meaning it's not going to be an easy shot as Gil keeps bringing it right back over. Preston trying to make the shot right back over to Gil as Sear is going to push it away. Halo gets bumped. That's not going to be very great for their offense, but Preston rotating back with Gil looking to block the shot. Oh, it's so close, but yet so far the Rams are not able to find it as Gil continues to mess with the Eithrill setup. Preston once again going up high. He's going to knock Preston. Halo's going to knock him away, but Gil is going to be the final one to fault their plans before finally getting demoed.
But off the respawn already, getting a clear out. Preston already meeting this one in the air. Eithrill trying to meet it in the corner. Instead, it's going to be Preston again with the little boost that he has, keeping it going. Adurtho following up with a full take boost, getting beat out by Halo. And now to the sidewall is Gil. Instead, Preston taking it away from him, just dribble on net. It's going to take two defenders to take it, to save it, I should say. Boise State still maintaining a lead now, closing in on a minute left of this game. Halo has to reach for this one, and he does.
That's where those double commits really come in handy. I mean, you can cover a lot more ground with two people than you really can with one. Preston pushing the ball over to the right side. It's going to be met by Sear. Preston right back at it as Adurtho is going to want to take the ball in the end, but just sneaking it right past. Adurtho's bringing the lead to 2-0 and all but securing Boise's victory if they continue to play like this.
I love the play. Flip reset to the ceiling, uses it to secure the goal. Adurtho flashing his mechanics once again here on the Mountain West stage. 2-0, 1 minute left. Up is Preston, flip reset on target. Adurtho already pre-jumping, 50'd out by Sear. And now it's Gil's turn, sending it up with the little boost he has. Just going to be slightly off target, but able to grab that corner boost and keep starving Colorado State. Boise State, keep it going.
You can hear Colorado's stomach rumbling all the way from the desk here in Idaho. Preston with the shot. It's unfortunately going to bounce back, but with almost 30 seconds on the clock, something needs to get done and fast. Rams pushing it back out, but it's going to get bumped back right by the Broncos. Gil flipping it over right up to Adurtho off the backboard. No one's quite there yet, but with a demo onto Sear, it might just make it a little bit easier. Full boost is given to Preston. Balls bounce right back over. Sear does miss the ball. It's just Preston. He's keeping them on their toes as Adurtho is going to get the ball back as it's shot over. 10 seconds remain, and Boise State has all but won this game.
All but one, down to 5 seconds, 2-0 lead. That ball is all but not, even if they get one here, not quite what they wanted to see here, a shutout in Game 3. And Boise State are going to take this series 3-0. And Boise State stay undefeated.
Or 2-0, almost 3-0.
Well, 3-0 in the scoreline.
Oh, yeah, 3-0 in the scoreline. They won, I mean, what a good game out of Boise State, continuing to show their dominance. And overall, I got to give props to Colorado State where it's due. They kept it really tight in those last two games. They didn't get scored on nearly as much, and even the possession times were still very even. So props to Colorado State, but congratulations to Boise State for winning, not only in the PEC, but going back-to-back in the Mountain West as well. What a good 2 games out of these players.
And that's what we would like to see out of them, just playing so consistent in their Rocket League. They want to be the best in the best, especially in the Mountain West and the PEC. They are maintaining their stature in both of those.
Yeah, I am really excited to see where this goes from here, but we are still not done for tonight as we still have one more main event to hand over to you guys. We have our PEC Overwatch that we'll be running tonight, but we aren't going to do it quite yet. We're going to go to a quick break, and we will be right back with some epic Overwatch action, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Is going to lead Halo into a goal. I need to stop talking because Colorado has figured it out. They found the secret sauce. They found the combination to the safe.
Going to send that one down to the Colorado State half. Now Preston making another catch onto the defensive end, leaving it for Gil. He was in a little bit of an awkward situation. Now, flipper set. Playing it low, trying to get a pass out to T. He said he could do it all by himself.
Just sneak it in. You can cover a lot more ground with two people than you really can with one. Preston pushing the ball over to the right side. It's going to be met by Sear. Preston right back at it as Dirtho is going to want to take the ball in the end, but just sneaking it right past Dirtho's.